Right, 27 October 2020, and today I've got a very strange story that I want to talk about. It is a press conference that was done today by Mliswa. And if you remember, over the past few months, Mliswa has been either recording videos or producing these press conferences where he talks a lot about what's happening in the military, about what's happening with Mnangagwa. So today, Mliswa did another press conference, and during this press conference, he revealed that Mnangagwa is now relying on the military for security, and he's no longer using the CIO and the police. And he gave a very long set of reasons why this is happening. Specifically, he indicated that the commissioner of the police is not loyal to Mnangagwa, and he's a drunk. He keeps crashing vehicles, and he also highlighted a lot of criminal and corrupt activities that Commissioner Matanga has done. So if you go to gambapa.com, I've uploaded all the documents to do with what Mliswa is alleging, and I've also uploaded the response by Mnangagwa, one of the people that is being accused by Mliswa of a lot of evil things that he has done. For example, Mnangagwa is said to have gone into prison to visit a prisoner, someone that he complained about. So he was basically interfering with someone who is in jail. And all that detail is on the website, gambapa.com. That is the top story at the moment. I want to focus more today on the security side. What is the implication of what Mliswa is saying about Mnangagwa's security? Is the army protecting Mnangagwa, or are they holding him hostage? I think you remember way back a few months ago, Spotlight Zimbabwe reported that the military is not guarding Mnangagwa, but they're holding him hostage. I think if you go back into old videos, you will see that one. So I want to play you quickly the first video. It's about a minute, where Mliswa is explaining this current situation.
You see them taking pictures of the president and so forth. The president is the president of the people. And he can have a picture taken with anyone. But they then go and lie, I've been given authority. And again, we've got ministers who don't have that political clout to be able to check with him and say, is this true? If you look at the drugs deals, is somebody just being seen with the first family and using that? The moment that he's seen with them, he takes pictures with them, so that he can show people these are criminals who have been doing it for a long time. I've been with the president, this is what he said. I've been with the first lady, this is what he said. But they have the right to have pictures taken with everyone. This is where the Central Intelligence Organization of this country is finished. They could not have allowed Mnangagwa to get close to the president if they'd done proper vetting. But they are compromised. The police is compromised. The CIO is compromised. I will say it public. It's only the army which has failed to think penetrate through. Why today is the president standing at the back? Before that, it was never the army. He has confidence in the army. These other institutions are infiltrated. They're not serving their purpose. They're exposing the president. That's why we're making this noise. There could be CIOs here and so forth. Let them record, let them tell their bosses. But it's my role of oversight that the security organs in this country, in particular the police and the CIO, are failing to discharge their duties in not vetting people who should be seeing the thing president, even donating to the president. Criminals are donating to the president. It never used to happen. Why were they loyal to the former president, late Mugabe, and they're not giving the same service to this current president that we have, Mnangagwa? With Mugabe, you could not just get close. You know that. You could not get close. But now, they're allowing people who are nothing, the Mnangagwas. We worked for the president to be in power. We shall expose those who want to tarnish the name of the president.
Right. So I think you can see clearly that there is a serious problem. There is a serious problem in Idi Mnangagwa's government, especially around the security cluster, the CIO, the police, the military, the prisons. In this press conference, this one press conference, all these organs have been compromised. So Mliswa has already pointed out that the CIO is failing to vet people that are coming close to Mnangagwa. He has pointed out that the commissioner of the police is going to drink in Newlands. He mentioned the club with someone who has got serious charges that is facing. So that is Matanga. Matanga is going to drink with Ngwaya. And so the CIO is compromised, the police is compromised, then the prisons are compromised because Ngwaya is able to walk into prison and talk to someone who is on remand. And he's accompanied by someone who is a senior at that prison. So I think that's Harare Remand Prison. And he mentioned the name, I think the name is Chiwaka, the guy who walked Ngwaya. So I was waiting for Themba Mliswa to release a video or audio. He has got audio and pictures of Ngwaya walking through the prison, because Ngwaya released a press statement saying Mliswa is lying. So obviously I'm trying to follow up with Mliswa's people to see if they've got those videos, audios, and pictures. So this is a serious allegation. Mnangagwa now relying on the military because he cannot trust the CIO, he cannot trust the police. And obviously, if Mliswa is saying something like this, as I always say, there must be a response from the security organs. You cannot just keep quiet when such a serious allegation is made. It's similar to what Apostle Chwenga did. He made serious allegations against the organs of the state. And they were quiet. Then the next week, he was involved in the serious accident that has taken him out for more than 6 months. There's also the issue of abductions. Who is really carrying out the abductions? Is it the former police? Is it one of these other people that are no longer under the control of Mnangagwa, who are compromised, who are doing all this? But I want to play another short clip from Mliswa, and he is explaining why people are not loyal to Mnangagwa, and I want you to quickly listen to it. It's another 2 minutes.
The truth of the matter is the people still serving these institutions worked under Mugabe. They were put in power by Mugabe. If we have to do an analysis, that what percentage in these institutions do we have of people who came in through the Second Republic, and those who are from the First Republic? You probably 90% are still from the old republic. So the system has not changed. You cannot run a government without changing the bureaucrats. It's impossible. You end up as up, but muna photocopy machine yagafa. Those are the bureaucrats. They are the ones who run the system. So how many of them have been changed? So the people appointed by the president now as ministers must now create their own team. And they failed to do that. And in failing to do that, they busy now accuse each other G40, 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 G40. Because ultimately there's despondence. And because of the current economic situation too, there's despondency. They feel hard done. Whatever to compare, who was better, ED or the late RIGM? Because of the despondence. You know the politics I'm talking about. And in talking to me, you know I'm the only one who can say that. Not many people can. There's despondency in institutions of government. Because one, from a welfare point of view, it has not improved. So they're saying it's better. Mgabanga is better. But because Panewan, Waiswane Mkuru, was still found an agenda Mkuru. And I'm not change. So that would be my response, that the bureaucrats have not changed, and while the ministers are new, people working for the ministers are not new.
Right. I think Mliswa is not being completely honest, or he's afraid. This is my assessment. My assessment is that there's something bigger happening behind the scenes. There is something that is happening that is making Mliswa keep coming out to speak. And there is a problem within the security system of Zimbabwe. Somehow, there is factions that are now, they were put down after July 31, but they're back. If you see the arrest of Henrietta Rushaya yesterday, and also the way people are speaking, it shows that factions are back in ZANU-PF. We're almost back where we were just before July 31. The people that had gone away, they're starting to regroup, and we're going to see something again very, very soon. You also remember that there was that attack at Rugeje's house. So things are starting to escalate again. And my assessment is that what Mliswa is doing here is not just telling us about the corruption that Matanga is doing and the problems with Delishin Ngwaya. I think these are just people at the front, but there are bigger people at the back who are planning even bigger things. So I want to quickly conclude. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic. It's clear, it speaks for itself. Matanga, very, very corrupt. Mliswa produced a lot of evidence today on what Matanga has done. He has ordered, I don't know, 80 cars or more from Croco Motors, and without going to tender, he has paid for 15 of those cars that are sitting at a warehouse in Harare, and 65 are not paid for. And he's trying to now get the tender process going. After the fact, after ordering the cars have already been branded, but now they're trying to do the process. He has also gone to another company to buy more cars, and these cars are double, they cost double. He purchased tents for $1.5 million, which are substandard. He purchased TS Smoke for $2 million from South Africa, which was not delivered. And he also did all these other things. If you go to Gambako Media, there's a list of 40 things there, which is being accused of. There's also an organization called SACO, which is led by somebody in Mnangagwa's office, which deals with only extorting money from business people. There's a lot of allegations here. He drinks with Ngwaya, someone who is facing charges. He drinks with him. He drinks beer with him. He's crashed cars. So Mliswa is saying Matanga should step down. He should step down and let investigations continue, because junior police officers cannot investigate him while he's in his position. So that is the first thing. There's also, I could see some talk of the role of the military. He talked about what the military is supposed to be doing, if there's going to be a coup or not. These are things that we talked about. Mliswa spent an hour and 13 minutes talking. So you could go and watch that video. He's talking about issues because he's scared. He's afraid that he's going to get arrested. In fact, he was saying he's going to be arrested within an hour, but I saw that he tweeted that he was not arrested. I have put the full letter, the full press statement that he wrote on gambako.com. If you go to gambako.com, you're going to see the letter there. And as I said in my conclusion, something is happening again within Zimbabwe's military, within Zimbabwe's security services. The guys are not working together well. The military intelligence, as I said before, they took over. But the CIO, they feel sidelined. The police, they feel sidelined. And these organs are starting to work against each other. The prisons are being abused to basically punish. So what Mliswa said was that they are used to fix. If they want to fix you, they will throw you into jail. And it's not for any legal purpose. The judges, the magistrates, they are afraid to pass judgments. So if someone is arrested at a lower level, the judge will kick you to a higher court so that they don't have to make the judgment. They are afraid of granting bail. So there is a lot of allegations that Mliswa made. You can see all those allegations in black and white on gambako.com. Then my feeling also is that there's a tribal angle to what is happening. People feel that Mnangagwa is starting to put people from his own tribe, his own dynasty. He's putting a dynasty in place, and that is starting to get resisted. And as I said, I'm almost feeling as if the military, by taking over security from Mnangagwa, they may not be protecting him more than they are guarding him. They are trying to keep a very close watch on what Mnangagwa is doing. And obviously, General Chiwenga is very close to the guys in the military, and that could be the reason. Then there's also another angle, which is the issue of Mnangagwa's health. Spotlight Zimbabwe reported a few weeks back that Mnangagwa could be having a health condition. And this could be the reason why people are starting to panic. People are starting to position themselves. If you can make money, people are trying to make money as quickly as possible and as desperately as possible. So this is what we're seeing here. And I think what Mliswa has done today has never been done in Zimbabwe. He has basically put the whole security structure of Zimbabwe in question. He's right now, as we sit here, you don't have a CIO, you don't have a police, you don't have a prison service. He says the only loyal organ is the military. So very difficult to understand what is going on, but that is what he said. Now I want to look at the comments very quickly. Right, and I think Mr. Matapo here says the senior prison officer in charge of Harare remand is Chiwakaya, who is the one who took Nguwaya to Felix Mnyaradzi, the remand prisoner. Okay, I think that is the detail. You can also see that on Zimbabwe Media, Zimbabwe.com. And then Mnangagwa is very corrupt, like Chiwenga. That is Ndoko Zetose. And then the whole ZANU-PF crew, including Mnangagwa, must go. They are good at stealing and not governing. So that is Peter Mangay. And I want to mention what Mliswa said about this. Mliswa said Mnangagwa can appoint MDC MPs as ministers, and that is an inclusive government. He sees that happening. If Mnangagwa was mature, if the politics in Zimbabwe was mature, that's what he said. However, a government of national unity is not possible. So that is where Chamisa will bring his own people, and they will say, you've got the Minister of Home Affairs, you've got the Minister of this and that, and they split things apart. That's not possible. So an inclusive government is more likely than anything else. And I do not think Mnangagwa and his group can go because the opposition is fighting and they do not have enough MPs. So if you look at ZANU-PF, I think they've got over 75% of parliament. So there's no way that anything that happens can be influenced by MDC. ZANU-PF can do whatever they want by themselves. Then I want to go to the last one, which I'm looking at here. People like Mliswa, they are neither nor cause, they are equally dirty, just as Idi Mnangagwa. They're in politics for their own gains. Simple. I tend to agree with Akwashi Nyanduko. It's very difficult to see who is clean in politics at the moment. I think we talked about how councils are being mismanaged, and Mliswa himself got money from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, a whole lot of money, I think $400,000. There is a lot of looting going on in Zimbabwe. And someone needs to come and clean the house. But it won't be these guys that we have now. It won't be the MDC guys. It won't be the ZANU-PF guys. We have a serious problem in our politics. And now, according to what Mliswa says, we have a serious problem in our security structures. So our security cluster is got a very big problem. Our politics has got a very serious problem. And the only way to sort this out is a different approach. Someone who comes in who is not these guys who are there. These guys were in the inclusive government. They were in, most of them, even in the opposition. They've been in politics for more than 20 years, and we have not seen any change. So that's what I wanted to say for today, very, very quickly. I do not want to keep you for longer. And I want to say I've got a very important revelation, which I'm going to bring tomorrow morning if I get all my facts, which is going to change the politics of Zimbabwe. It involves someone in the opposition, and I'm just waiting for 1 or 2 facts, then we can get this going. Right, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this on WhatsApp, send it to as many people as possible. If you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook, please like, comment, and share.